Hi, this is Venkat. I'm founder and CEO of NextGen Software Solutions. We started this company back in 2019 with the goal of helping people find the right jobs. Me being a person that came from the army background and serving in the army for almost 15 years. That I took is sacrificing the family time, leaving the family, kids and everyone behind, and who can bring a lot of value for both the client as well as a team together. It's not just me that makes this project successful, it's as a team that we are making this project successful. Hi, this is Venkat. I'm founder and CEO of NextGen Software Solutions. We are an IT staffing and consulting company based out of Ashburn, Virginia. We started this company back in 2019 with the goal of helping people find the right jobs. We are into IT staffing and consulting space. The reason why we started this business or why I entered this business is I am a people person. I really like having interactions with the people, trying to engage them in the conversations and trying to helping them out. And also I have experience in the IT staffing space and consulting space. Once I went to the US back in 2011, and I have been a consultant for almost like 9 to 10 years before I started this company. I have seen what are the issues that the consultants face when they start working with a consulting company, and I want to solve some of these issues. We want to be transparent, we want to help the consultants to be happy, and we also want the clients to find the right IT talent whenever they need, wherever they need. That is the core focus area with which we started this company. And coming to the consultant side, we always want to be transparent with the consultants whatever we do or whatever the conversations that we engage with the consultants. So that is where we started, and we have been running this company for past 6 years, and as of now we have been successfully able to get into the Inc. 5000 space. So we were exploring multiple areas in the business space. In which area we want to get into. What we realized is because of my passion towards IT field and also dealing with the people and interacting with the people and helping clients with their resourcing needs, I thought the IT consulting and staffing is my plate of thing where I could go and help the clients and achieve new heights in that focus area.
Did you face skepticism when you told people you were starting a company in such a crowded space?
Yes, I do face skepticism when I told people that I am doing IT staffing and consulting, because that's not like something new that we are starting. It's already a crowded space. There are a lot of people, or there are a lot of companies in the IT staffing and consulting within US, and within every state there are companies. But what the strong gut feeling that I have is even though there are IT staffing and consulting companies, there is definitely a space for a new person to come and explore and be more genuine, be more transparent, and try to help both the clients as well as consultants. That is what got me into this space.
How did your first staffing project shape the DNA of NextGen Solutions?
When we started the IT consulting and staffing business, what we have been told from a lot of people is getting that first placement or getting that first person to the client place is the biggest challenge that companies face. Based upon the experience that I had in the consulting space and also with the references that I had, I was able to place one of the resources in the SAP security space, because me being in the SAP security space for more than 15 years, I have the strong knowledge, strong references as well as background in the space that helped me with this thing. And from there we stick to the same principles that we started with, and we are still following the same principle that we started with.
What personal values did you insist on embedding into the company culture from day one?
Me being a person that came from the army background and serving in the army for almost 15 years, some of the core values from the army that I took are loyalty, respect, personal courage, and taking ownership. So these are the core values that I have, me as a person, and that I have also included in the company's culture as well.
Looking back, what was the hardest personal decision you had to take in the early months of building the firm?
One thing that I have taken is I have sacrificed my personal as well as professional growth for starting the company and for bringing this company to this level. And the other major challenge that I took is sacrificing the family time, leaving the family, kids, and everyone behind, and concentrating or trying to focus and bring this NextGen Software Solutions to this level.
Can you recall a client story where your resources changed the way they operated?
Yes, few stories that I have, but I want to highlight one specific story. When we generally get the requirements from the client, we were asked to find the resources that fits their technical needs. Okay? As most of these are contracting jobs, they don't focus much on the culture, but we value the culture. We try to always find the people that can fit into this company culture. We try to see who will be the right person, who will be the person that can take the ownership, that can embed with the current team structure and culture, and who can bring a lot of value for both the client as well as a team together.
How do you personally stay sharp on the IT staffing and consulting evolving ecosystem? Do you have a routine?
Being up to date in the staffing and consulting field is one of the major challenges that we have. For me, some of the resources that I rely on, I'm part of a non-profit where there are almost like 2,000 IT staffing and consulting companies, and they keep me up to date on the legal, immigration, and staffing issues. That is one thing that keep me active. And one other organization that I always stay in touch and read articles or follow their webinars is SIA. This is the staffing, this is one of the organization that help the staffing companies to stay up to date with the technology trends. I try to read their articles, attend the webinars, make sure that I'm following their up-to-date trends. That is keeping me up to date in this industry.
What is one IT staffing project that still gives you goosebumps when you think about it?
Okay, so one thing that always remind us is always the first project. When we are looking for SAP security resources for the first client that we are working with, they were struggling to find the right resource who can come on site, and mainly because of the COVID times, people were struggling to find, and they are looking for a hybrid resource. We were able to find them the resource and able to keep that project up and running.
What's the most exciting AI application you helped a client integrate into their business?
So currently we are working on integrating a recruiting AI application that we are developing in-house into their client business. That is definitely a fascinating story, because this is going to help the client streamline their recruiting process, find the right people, build their teams, scale the teams aggressively, and also keep them going with all the recruiting needs, and also finding the right resource for the right team at the right time.
Do you ever worry about AI replacing human judgment in areas where nuance matters?
Yes, we do have that worry, but as long as the people that are reviewing the data or whoever are analyzing the data from the AI, we have to always use that as a tool or as an input, but we cannot take a decision based upon the inputs from AI. We have to always use the human judgment, but the data is a supplement that we are going to get from the AI.
Have you had a client assessed AI adoption, and how did you handle that conversation?
Most of the times when we are interacting with the clients are always resistant to get into the AI space or to adapt to the AI. A few of the reasons that we are seeing is the security concern, because once we are giving the data to these AI tools or the LLMs, their worry is about where this data is going, how their data is being used, and if there is PII data, how the data is being secured. That's the major concern that we see from the clients. So what we do is we put their privacy and security in the forefront when we propose any tools, or when we say that like this is the right tool for them. We try to make sure that there are proper guardrails in place before we implement any AI application or before we integrate any AI application into their landscape.
Do you have a personal way of celebrating a win when a project goes live successfully?
So what we have been seeing is, for me, I can see these wins as a team win. Okay, it's not just me that makes this project successful. It's as a team that that we are making this project successful. So what we do generally is instead of me celebrating the wins, I always try to celebrate with the team. I pass on all that success to the team success.
What's the most human compliment the client has ever given to you or to your team?
One thing they say is we always keep aligned with their needs, and we all are always customer focused.